Hello friends, this is Akash Misra here and welcome back to my YouTube channel, that is Mechanical Engineering Make Easy. And in that we are moving with manufacturing. This is 18th lecture and we are from today we will start the sheet metal working. So in that today we will cover sheet metal operations. Okay, so in that number of sheet metal operations like punching, then blanking. Okay, punching is also called as piercing. So what is the case? The punch will be there, die will be there, okay, and the workpiece will be here, and the cutting action will happen on these two planes. Okay, so ultimately if we have done punching, for example, this is okay, this is punch, these are both dies, and we have performed operation. So what will happen? The cutting action will happen at this plane and at this plane. So in case of punching, this part which is on the die which is useful, and in case of blanking, the part which we are going to cut, that is useful. Okay, this is basic difference between punching and blanking. So we will move towards next operations. Okay, what are they? Deep drawing. Deep drawing means what is the case? The punch will be there, this is workpiece, and these are dies. Okay, these are dies, this is punch, and this is workpiece. Means we have to we are going to draw whole sheet between the gap of the punch and the die. So this is nothing but drawing, and in that if the diameter to height there is a proportion, if height is higher, then that is nothing but deep drawing. Okay, this is the operation, that is deep drawing. Then we will go towards next operation. What is next operation? That is bending. Bending have two types, like angle bending and curling. What is the bending? Bending means we have to bend the sheet metal. Okay, so in that the angle bending means we will bend in some angle, likewise maybe V angle, or at the end we will do likewise, or at the end we will go likewise directly at 90 degree. Okay, with the help of punch and dies. Again, every operation we are going to perform with the help of punch and die. So this is angle bending. And curling means the edges of the sheet metal will be curled likewise. Okay, this is operation which is called as curling. Okay, curling is also bending operation, because we are going to bend, but that will be not like angle bending. Okay, that will be in circular form. Okay, that's why that operation has separate name, that is curling. Then we will move towards next, that is nothing but perforating. What is perforating? Perforating means number of repetitive punching operations we will perform on same sheet, and that have one fixed pattern. Likewise, this is sheet and we are going to punch number of holes, and which have one fixed pattern. Okay, so this is operation which is called as perforating. Okay, then next is notching. Notching means, for if this is the workpiece and we are providing some V notch or etc. here also one notch. Likewise, means if we are performing any operation, cutting operation on the sides of any side of workpiece, like providing V notch and etc., that is nothing but notching operation. Okay, then next operation is slitting. Slitting means, what is slitting? Slitting means for limited length we are going to cut the workpiece. Likewise, okay, for limited length only we have cut the groove. This is operation which is called as slitting. Okay, then what is the next operation? Next operation is nothing but lancing. What is the lancing? Okay, cut from small length and bend. Means, for example, if this is workpiece, okay, this is workpiece, then what will happen? We will cut one portion here, likewise, and bend that portion in this way. Okay, we have cut that portion from here and bend from here likewise. Okay, that will not too much, we should maintain the size of that. Okay, so this is the operation which is called as lancing, means cutting from one end and bending. Okay, so if that sheet is too much thick, then there may be the case likewise only some portion from this side have been cut and bent, and the portion which is back to that portion which have remained same. Okay, likewise then there is operation that is nibbling. Nibbling is same as blanking. Okay, there is no any difference between nibbling and blanking. Then trimming. Trimming means we have to cut any edge. Okay, from any edge, if we have to cut some portion, that is nothing but trimming. Okay, then so these are all the operations that we can perform on sheet metal, and with the help of punch and die we will perform these all operations, and we will make that sheet metal into useful component. Okay, then we will move towards the mechanism. Which mechanism we uses for sheet metal operation? As you have seen, every mechanism or every cutting operation have one punch and one die. Okay, so this is punch, this is die. Okay, so what is the case if the workpiece is placed here? So that workpiece will feel some action here and here. Okay, on these two planes the action, cutting action will happen, and that cutting action happens because of shearing and tearing mechanism. Okay, so which mechanism we are going to use? Shearing and tearing mechanism. Okay, so note down that which mechanism we are using, that is nothing but shearing and tearing mechanism. Okay, then we will move towards next topic, and this is too much important which mechanism uses, that's why note down. And what is next topic? Next topic is nothing but clearance. Okay, clearance. Okay, means what is the case? We have punch and die, but for punch and die we have to provide some clearance, otherwise that operation will not get performed. Okay, there are number of parameters that we have to monitor. That's why what is the case, that punch size will always be smaller as compared to die size. Die size will always be larger as compared to punch size. Okay, so that clearance will be provided there. So that clearance will be different for different operations. So we will look majorly for punching and blanking. For another operations we can go with the same, but these two are too much common. So first is punching. Okay, firstly I will draw. This is punch. This is die. Okay, this is punch and this is die. So here the clearance is there. This is clearance, which is I am going to denote with C. This is 1C, this is 1C. Okay, and the punch will have the size which is as same as the hole size what we needed in punch. Okay, okay, in case of punching operation, what size of hole we needed, for example 4 mm diameter hole we needed, so that size will be given to punching. That punch tool will have same size at the hole size. Okay, and the die size will be equal to, ultimately the die size will be equal to size plus 2 times clearance. Okay, this is all about the punching operation. Then we will move towards next operation. Okay, what is next operation? That is blanking. Blanking, in case of blanking some minor change will happen, and that change is nothing but, okay, the clearance value will be same. Here 1C, here 1C. This is punch size and this is die size. So in case of blanking, the die will have the size which the hole we needed. Okay, okay, in case of blanking, what is useful product? That punched product which is at the bottom here, that product will come here. That is useful product. Okay, so that's why the what is the blank size? Blank size will equal to the size of component, size of our workpiece. Okay, so ultimately the punch size will become size minus 2C, size minus 2 times clearance. This will be the punch size. Okay, this is about the blanking operation. Note down this difference, basic difference between punching and blanking operation, between the clearance of that punch and die design. Okay, so this is all about the clearance, and again for harder material larger clearance will be required. Okay, for harder material, if material is harder, then clearance required will be larger. And again one exception is there, that is nothing but aluminum. Okay, aluminum is exceptional material that have some different properties. Then we will look some values of optimum clearance. Okay, so we will look some values of optimum clearance, and what are that? That clearance C will have 0.0032 T under root of tau u. Okay, tau u, this is one case of clearance, that clearance C will have 0.0032 times thickness. Okay, this is the thickness of that sheet. Okay, and this is tau u, that is ultimate shear strength. Okay, so this is basic equation that we can use everywhere, but again some standard cases are also there. And what are that? 5% of T, that clearance will be 5% of T if thickness is less than 2 mm. Okay, if thickness is less than 2 mm, the ultimately the thickness the clearance will be 5% of T, and 10% of T if thickness is greater than or equal to 2 mm. Okay, means we have one basic formula also, but specifically we have denoted the values for thickness less than 2 mm and thickness greater than or equal to 2 mm. If thickness is less than 2 mm, the clearance will be 5% of thickness, and if thickness is greater than or equal to 2 mm, then the value of clearance will be 10% of thickness. Okay, then we will move towards next point, that is load of punching and blanking. Okay, load of punching and blanking. So F max will be equal to AS into tau u. This is shear area and this is tau u. If we have to drill or we have to punch one circular hole, then what will be the area? The pi d into T, that will be the area. Okay, pi d into T, because that perimeter, all the perimeter will have shearing action, so that perimeter is pi d. And what is the thickness? Okay, so pi d into T will be all the area, that is nothing but shear area, and this is tau u is ultimate shear strength, so this will be the F max. Okay, then energy required or work done. Energy required or work done. Okay, energy required for operation or work done will be equal to force into distance. Okay, force into distance, so that is nothing but F max into KT. Okay, and T, we know T is thickness, but K is one factor, and what is that? Okay, so K is equal to 0.2 to 0.6. Okay, the value of K will range from 0.2 to 0.6, and that K is nothing but percentage of penetration required. Okay, what is the K? That is nothing but percent of penetration required. Means how much penetration we have to require of that punch, then the shearing will happen and that cutting action will happen. That is nothing but percentage of penetration required, which is denoted by K, and it will play role while energy required. Okay, this is all the formula is that F max and energy required and K. This is too much important concept as per our gate point of view. The numericals may be asked on this formulas. Okay, so note down this, and now we will move towards today's lectures bonus points. And bonus points are too much important of today's lecture. Every day's lecture bonus points are too much important, but today also very much important bonus points are here. And what are they? First is methods of reducing punch force. Okay, we have seen previously that the punching will happen and we have to apply force with the help of punch, and that maximum force is shear area into ultimate shear strength. Okay, and the energy required will ultimately depend on that maximum force. But can we reduce that maximum force? And yes, we can reduce that maximum force. There are 2 to 3 operations that we can do to reduce the maximum force, and that maximum force is nothing but punch force. Okay, so how we can reduce? First is by providing shear. Okay, what is the by providing shear? Means we will provide one inclination to punch. Okay, if the punch is horizontal, then punch will strike on the surface of workpiece directly on the all the surface at the same time only. But what will be the case if we will provide some inclination here? Then ultimately, okay, if you are not getting, then I am highlighting that. Okay, so ultimately what will happen, that punch, this point of punch will reach first. Okay, so ultimately that will cut some portion and then only this point will reach. So ultimately at only at one instantaneous point the force required will be reduced, but for some amount of time the force required will be increased, but ultimately the maximum force required will be reduced. Okay, so this is one method, that is nothing but providing inclination to punch. Okay, then another method there, that is nothing but by but before that, yes, so here what happens, I will give you idea in case of force, that is nothing but F max into K into T. This is our work done formula, which will be equal to F, now required force when inclination is provided, into K into T plus I. Okay, so what happened, the F reduced, and how that is reduced, we have added one term, that is I, and that I is nothing but what amount of inclination we have provided. So that I equal to, okay, that I will equal to F max minus F into KT divided by F. This is the formula of I. Okay, we will look towards another method, that is by staggering of punches. What is the case of by staggering of punches? Means if we are providing number of punching operations simultaneously, for example this is our workpiece and okay, we are using number of punches at a time. So what we will do, we will maintain the height of punching such as the first punch will punch the product, and after that the height of this will be reduced. So ultimately what will happen, the punching action of first punch will be happened, and then only the second punch will come into picture. Okay, this is nothing but by staggering of punches. And there is another method, that is combination of shear and staggering. Means simultaneously we will do both the methods, we will provide inclination also, okay, and we will provide staggering also. So these are some methods to reduce punch force. So in next lecture we will come up with strip layout and etc. So up till now, like, share and subscribe my channel, and we will meet again. Thank you.